So I was reading my old blog posts back when I first moved to India and I was 23, and yeah, I used to keep a blog back then like everybody else and their mother. I don't know if your mother has a blog, but anyway, point is, I was rereading those and it was really interesting because something stuck out to me, which was I just really wasn't ready to date anybody or be in a relationship. Now let's be clear, this was me at 28. Now, by this time, I don't know about you, but most of my friends were either married or in serious relationships, or some of them even had babies by that point. So I'm not talking that I was like really young. I wasn't old either, but you know what I'm saying. I was 28. It's that time. I think that year I went to like some 30 odd weddings or something. It was insane. But going back to the blog post, I think what struck me and was really interesting was that younger version of me had the balls to stick to her guns and just not date anyone. Like, just not do it. Because I don't know how. I mean, I know why, because I read the blog posts again. But I'm like, wow, I don't know how you did that, because I remember feeling like a total weirdo. Just really awkward and weird for not wanting to date anyone or be in a serious relationship, because I just honestly hadn't met the right person. It didn't feel right, and I just didn't think at the time it was for me. But I distinctly remember back in college, there was this one upperclassman, Sheila, who I thought was just super cool. And I just remember her not dating anyone, at least to my knowledge. And so one day I worked up the courage to like actually go and ask her, like, hey, like, why? And she was just like, because I don't feel like it. Like, that was it. That was her response. And I was like, what? I was blown away. It was like, you can just do something because you don't feel like it? What? I mean, this was me as a sophomore in college. It was like, even if everyone is telling you this, even if your parents are telling you this and your friends and everybody, you don't have to do it because you don't feel like it. Oh my God. And I feel like that really changed the game for me, because I think that was the first time she inadvertently had given me the permission slip to do something because I felt like it was right for me, which is crazy when I say it, but I think that was the truth of it. It was the first time somebody was like, I just don't feel like it, so I'm not gonna do it. And that was pretty game changing. And here's the thing, the world is going to tell you so many things. And by world, I mean your parents, your friends, if you're in India, your neighbor, your maid. Everybody has an opinion. And like Sheila did for me, I want to tell you, it's okay. You don't have to do it if you don't feel like it's right for you right now. Maybe you feel like you have your best life to live. Maybe you just want to hang out with your friends, explore the world, do things without a significant other. And I just want to say that is okay, because that's how I felt. And I am so happy I did that, because I felt like I lived my life fully before I had somebody else in it. And I think, at least for me, that made all the difference. When I got married, I had no regrets. I didn't think, oh, what if I didn't start a business? What if I didn't do this? What if I didn't do that? I had done it. And by the time I'd actually met the person that was right for me, I felt ready. I felt like, all right, I've done the things that I wanted to do. Now I'm ready to do life with somebody else. And I think that makes all the difference. And as much as I love my life now, I think I could have been just as happy being single, living my best life. Now, don't get me wrong. That's not me saying I regret anything, because I love my husband. I love my 2 kids. Like, let's be clear. But I'm just saying, I think in the multiverse where I didn't meet my husband or I didn't have my kids, I think that version of me exists and she's still happy. Because turns out happiness isn't dependent on those things. Well, I mean, it helps. Like, I will say, I love my kids, are very cute, and my husband's also cute too. But point is, happiness, I've realized, is actually more about following your own life script instead of checking the boxes. Plot twist. Who knew? Because, I mean, don't you know those people that have checked all the boxes and are miserable? I think that's because they're not living the life that they were supposed to live, the one where they're listening to what feels right for them. And it's usually the harder life and usually the really irritating and uncomfortable life initially, because you might not be doing what everyone else is doing. But let me just be the person to say that I think that pays off. Now at 38, I think I'm living my best life, and I am so grateful that I married the love of my life, and I love my family and I love my kids. And I just think that doing it my way on my terms made all the difference. So here's to all the single, not ready to date, awkward feeling people out there. I just want to be the voice that says it is okay. In fact, it is more than okay. It is perfect to be exactly right where you are, even if it feels weird, even if it feels uncomfortable. By being you and by doing what feels right to you, even if it feels weird right now, I want to be the evidence for you that it pays off in spades later on. And in case this resonated with you, and maybe you think there's somebody who needs to hear this, please share this with somebody, maybe who's feeling pressure to settle down, maybe who's just feeling a little down about the whole dating relationship thing. I just want this to be a reminder that says you are okay, you are perfect, exactly the way you are. So thank you so much for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.